Great, so I think I need to. Alright, so hi, welcome to the English live stream series. In today's live stream episode, we're gonna talk about the beauty. Beauty. So let's say it is a pretty mainstream topic these days. Okay, because as you can see, we have just finished the Miss Grand Vietnam contest. So that's why we are gonna bring you the beauty topic today. Okay, I'm sorry, I haven't just I've just known found the mistakes that I haven't shared the screen. Okay, no problem. Cool beauty. Great. So yeah, everyone wants to be beautiful, right? And I'm not the exceptional case. I want to be beautiful too, but I cannot I cannot compete in a let's say a beauty contest. That's a pity. But what I can do here is to bring you some knowledge or some vocabulary you can use to talk about certain topic. In this case, beauty. Right. So in case you didn't know, we provide you with, let's say, a few vocabulary, and we're going to use these vocabulary pretty often during this live stream. So please, let's say, pay attention, or let's say, try to remember. So the first word is pageant. Pageant, actually, you can understand pageant as a beauty contest. So there are, let's say, four biggest main pageants in the world, which will be mentioned later in this live stream about maybe 2 or 3 slides later. But pageant, as you can see, the definition here would be a competition for young women in which their beauty and personal qualities and skills are judged. Yeah, but in a more comprehensible term, you can understand pageant as a beauty contest. Okay, and Miss will be the women who take part in a pageant. So we have a lot of let's say category of Miss. So let's say Miss Universe, Miss International, Miss Grand, as I mentioned. There's a lot of pageants in the world, but in today's presentation, I'm just gonna bring you, let's say, the most common one. All right, and then contest. Contest is a competition in which people try to win something. So as I just said, a pageant is actually a beauty contest. Just trying to make it clear for you, and contestant are the people who participate in a contest or take part in a contest. Okay, great. Contestant. So contestant are actually a pretty different word from the word candidate. But when you translate it into Vietnamese, those two words both means decent. But a contestant is, let's say, contestant gonna have the rank from, let's say, first, second, third, and then the rest of the contestant. But the competition doesn't have, let's say, the candidate of the candidates, let's say, are just the people who participate in a contest, but let's say there are not. Okay, it's not really a contest, but a candidate can actually be a student who participate in a final exam test. So that would be a clearer illustration for you between the word contestant and candidates. Okay, but let's say in these type of pageant, the women or the men who take part in these pageant, we'll call them contestant. That would be, let's say, a pretty optimal choice for this scenario. Okay, let's have a look back into the history for a little bit. So beauty contest around the world. First one, we're gonna have Miss World. Miss World here is, let's say, the oldest existing major international beauty pageant created in the UK in 1951. And the first Miss World here is Kiki Hutchinson from Sweden, and she is the Swedish. So if you look into this picture right here, I think you can easily guess who is the first Miss World because she dressed differently from the other. I don't know why, and I actually don't know the reason why, or let's say the motive of the contest. So why is the Miss World have to wear a dress and the other women or the other contestant have to wear bathing suits? This is quite confusing when I first look into this picture, but yeah, if you have any idea why the Miss World is allowed to wear a dress while the other women aren't, just comment in the comment section below so that I will know, or it will enrich my knowledge in this field. Thank you. Okay, and beside Miss, oh yeah, I forgot to, let's say, I forgot to introduce. There are four biggest beauty contests around the world, or four biggest pageants in the world. So there are Miss World, Miss Universe, Miss Earth, and Miss International, and all of them will be mentioned in this list today. So first one, I'll show you Miss World, and then secondly we have Miss Universe. Miss Universe is an annual international beauty contest that is run by the Miss Universe organization, founded in 1952, just 1 year after the first contest is Miss World in 1951. And yeah, the first Miss Universe was Armi Kusela from Finnish. Finnish is actually a nationality or the language of the country Finland. And when you look into this picture, I think you can obviously tell who is the Miss Universe in this year. Yeah, so actually the picture I'm showing you here are, let's say, the picture of the first event ever held for each pageant. So so that's why you see all the picture here are black and white, mostly black and white. So yeah, the woman in the middle was wearing a sash. I think that's a sash. You can see Miss Universe in 1953, but actually this is Armi Kusela from Finnish, and she was crowned as the Miss Universe in 1952. I don't know what, and yeah, I think in this picture we have an Asian participated in, and the rest are white people. But let's say, I don't know if my tastes are different, but I don't know, I don't see these, let's say these women are not my taste somehow, but they got, let's say, some criteria, or let's say standards that match up with the requirement from the competition, from the contest, and maybe they look good to the judge. So different people, different perspective, but not for me. Okay, and Miss International. Oh shoot. I think I made a mistake here. Okay, these pictures are duplicated. Okay, my bad. Actually, don't look at the picture because this is not what I'm mentioning. Miss International. This is actually the first picture of Miss World, but Miss International is a Tokyo-based international beauty pageant organized by the International Culture Association, and let's say first held in 1960, which is let's say 8 or 8 years later after the Miss World or Miss Universe events. And the first Miss World here are Stella Araneta from Colombia. And yes, this is Colombian is the nationality or the language that person is speaking. But don't look at the picture because this picture is duplicated. I'm sorry about that. I'm very sorry. Miss International and Miss Earth. This picture is also duplicated. I don't know why, but we will try to fix that on the next live stream. We are truly apologize for that. Miss Earth. So let's say Miss Earth. When you hear the name, you can actually know this type of contest or this type of event will somehow relating to the environment, right? So as you can see, the definition or the description of Miss Earth beauty contest is an annual international environmental theme beauty pageant promoting environmental awareness, and first held in 2001, which is let's say much later than the previous three. And the first Miss Earth was Katharina Brink from Danish. She is a Danish. And Danish is the nationality or the language of the country Denmark. And Miss Earth, let's say these type of events are, let's say, more lean more on the side of environmental themed beauty pageant, and it raised people awareness upon the environment and what we are doing to protect it. Okay, so let's say these type of events are very, let's say, meaningful upon protecting the environment and where we are living now. Okay, cool. So yeah, please comment down below which is your favorite beauty contest upon these four. But these are beauty contests around the world. But it would be missing if I'm not including the beauty contest in Vietnam, right? So here you go. Beauty contest in Vietnam. We have Miss Vietnam. Miss Vietnam is a beauty contest that's been held biennially since 1988. And first Miss Vietnam was, let's say, Mrs. Phu from Hanoi. As you can see, that was her picture. Okay, but there are, let's say, many more beauty pageants in Vietnam, but I'm just mentioning some of the popular or some of the most recent one so that you can catch up and keep it up to date. Okay, and as you can see, the word annually means once every year, as you can see here. Let me underline it. So in case you didn't know, here, annual means every year. So yeah, an annual international environmental theme beauty pageant. So this indicates that Miss Earth is held every year since 2001, and yeah. Cool, cool, cool. And can you guess what is the word biennale? Biennale means? Okay, probably I'm gonna try to give you the definition already. So biennale is, let's say, a longer distance, a longer length compared to annually. So biennale means once every 2 years. Okay, let me write it on the screen so that you can see it easily. Biennale. Annually, so it is once every year. And biennially means once every 2 years. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, when you ask your friend, let's say, oh yeah, I'm just talking about how to use these two words. When you ask your friend about, let's say, such question like, how often do you travel? Or how often do you go abroad? So your friend can answer that I travel abroad annually. So which means she will go abroad once every year, or maybe biannually, like she will go abroad like once every 2 years. So these are the words to indicate the frequency of an action. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Thank you. And so far, I haven't seen there is any question. So yeah, I think we're good until now. So probably next one. The most recent event, as you can see on the screen or the newspaper these days, let's say it's flashing on the screen on the news these days, would be about Miss Grand Vietnam 2022. And Miss Grand Vietnam is a national beauty pageant in Vietnam. And this year is the first year it was organized and held. If I'm not wrong, I think Miss Grand Vietnam was held in Ho Chi Minh City, right? Around the end of September. And yeah, on the first of October, we had the final result or the final stage, and the Miss Grand Vietnam, the first Miss Grand Vietnam 2022 was Đoàn Thiên Ân from Long An, which is also my hometown. Pretty proud though. Okay, but let's say Miss Grand Vietnam this year has raised a lot of conflicts or a lot of opposite opinions, like especially in the name introduction part. So probably I would like to hear from your opinion. What do you think of the name presentation part in Miss Grand Vietnam 2022? As for me, I think this part is pretty funny though. Like, I'm not judging. I'm not judging because I'm not the organizer or something. It's just my most objective opinion about this one. But I think the name presentation part in Miss Grand Vietnam, I can take it as a form of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It is a form of entertainment for me because it's quite funny and let's say don't take it serious. Like you are trying to copy from other country or let's say make color and mouth. Yeah, I don't think like that. It's just let's say take it as a form of entertainment or yeah, take it easy. I mean, like this is for me. This is more from my point of view. But let me know what you think about the name presentation part. Like, you know what is a name presentation part, right? This is the part or the stage where the contestant come to the stage and introduce their name as well as the city or the province they are representing. And they shouted very loud and let's say very long. Mm, I'm kind of impressed of their voice, to be honest. I mean, like, where do they get enough air to hold that to hold that sound for such a long period of time? Kind of impressed though, but still, I seen some, let's say, quite a few negative comments on that part of the Miss Grand Vietnam 2022. Some people say that it is it's a night color, or some people say that we are trying to mimic or copy, imitate um, the procedure that from other country, Miss Grand from other country. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. Okay, I think we're gonna get some questions soon. Okay, vocabulary, but as you can see, we will provide you with some vocabulary when it comes to describing the beauty of a woman or maybe a man. So a man can use handsome, that's super simple. But yeah, what can you say instead of beautiful? You may have heard the word beautiful quite too often. And when you want to compliment your loved one, or let's say your friends, or let's say the women around you, uh, and you are fed up with so beautiful honey, so just try to skip it. I'm gonna give you some more option so that it would give the one who get the compliment some kind of good impression. Ooh, okay, so here are 12 words, and I'm gonna, let's say, I'm gonna put them in the order from the easy to, let's say, a more advanced type of words. So first word is pretty common actually. It sometimes goes along with the word beautiful. So it means you can hear gorgeous, gorgeous, and gorgeous mean long in Vietnamese. So when you're complimenting somebody, let's say when you're complimenting your girlfriend or your mom or your friend, when you say somebody is gorgeous, which means they look very well dressed and let's say have have a sense a sense of luxurious in it. You know what I'm saying? Luxurious. Um, yeah, chanh xả. Okay, and yeah. Beside that, this word, the next word, can be used either for male or female. So you can compliment somebody by saying they are attractive. So attractive means that person is beautiful or handsome to the degree that can attract many people. Mhm. So attractive here is mean thu hút or cuốn hút, either way. And elegant are to describe the delicacy in a way that a person look or the way a person dress. Elegant, super easy to use, and yeah. So yeah, for the first three words, you can actually get a girl's heart already, but we still have 9 more, so no worries. We'll try to get you some pro tip to compliment on the women. So actually, you can use it to, let's say, get some bait or get some girl. Good luck. Okay, next one. Pretty much in the same field of meaning with attractive, we have alluring. But this word alluring is, let's say, when when translated into Vietnamese, you can find that the word attractive and alluring have the pretty same degree of meaning. But actually, the word alluring has a bit more intense in the sense of meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like it is more intense and it's on a higher level of attractive. You know? Okay. Alluring. So when we say somebody is alluring, which means that person or yeah, that person is irresistible. Okay, flawless. Flawless. Flaw are actually this is a compound noun. Oh, sorry. This is actually you can understand this. We have the word less, the suffix less, and the word flaw. So flaw are, let's say, the things that are not really perfect, but flawless means there are nothing to adjust, or everything is perfect already. And in Vietnamese, I translate it into hoàn mỹ. Uh, yeah. So a girl, if you compliment a girl is flawless, she would be blushed. I'm pretty sure about that. Okay. And okay, this word can be quite tricky if you don't know how to read it in the first place. And it was me, like I was the victim of this word also. When I was, let's say, 5 or 6 or let's say 7, around that. Okay, let's say when I first learned English. When I first learned English, this word, and I bet I'm pretty sure there are many people that make the same mistake with as me, as I did. I pronounce this word as poor, poor.